What's up? My name is Rich. Welcome back to another video. In this video right here, we're going to discuss, and not only discuss, but we're going to start a new clothing brand for 2021. Because like I said before, it's never too late to do something unless you never try. So, is it too late to start a clothing brand in 2021? Definitely not. And I'm going to show you guys that it's not. So before I get started, I have to make this announcement because I'm going to start spending a lot more time here. I'm going to stop scaling my actual t-shirt businesses and start focusing some time here, because over the course of last year, 2020, I felt a lot of value giving back. I felt a lot of passion on this channel. I love creating content, and I've always been the type to chase what I'm passionate about. So I'm gonna start spending a lot more time here. I'm gonna start spending a lot more of my time giving back. So this very first one, you guys asked me throughout all of last year, what about a clothing brand? What about a clothing brand? Because that's not my primary business model, but I've done it before and I'm gonna do it again. And this right here is gonna be special because I'm gonna document the whole process. I'm gonna show you guys how I set up the website on Shopify, how I do the mock-ups, how we get t-shirts, how we get it screen printed, how we can even get clothing made from scratch. Not just buying blanks from Alphabet or Sanmar, but actually making the whole thing from scratch. So we're gonna cover all kinds of things, and even sales, Facebook ads, whatever it may be, we're gonna get into it this year. So first of all, the brand is onlyninjas.com. You can go on the website right now and make your purchase. Not only will this purchase help support the channel, but it's going to be a brand to help other brands. So on this channel right here, you're gonna see the whole process, you're gonna see all of that. But on the actual website itself, every single month, I'm going to be giving away something for your clothing brand. So for the very first month, we're going to give away a heat press and a vinyl cutter. I know a lot of you all from the last video like this sweatshirt. So every single dollar you spend on onlyninjas.com is one automatic entry into the giveaway. Every single month we're gonna do this. We're gonna give away something, and sky is the limit. Hopefully in the future we can give away some crazy stuff, a direct-to-garment printer, MacBooks, gift cards, so that you can use it for your clothing brand. But for right now, we're going to give away a heat press and a vinyl cutter, which is more than what you need to start your clothing brand. So we're not only here to talk about a clothing brand, we're also here to do. So let's go ahead and make this sweatshirt from scratch, list it up on Shopify, and bring the product to life. Okay, so check it out. We are in Photoshop. So we're going to make a simple text-based design. It's very sports themed. This is a popular style that you see among t-shirts, especially brands. Let's go ahead and type something up. So the font that I am using is from this font family right here. I've showed this before. I purchased this from CreativeMarket. I'll post a link down below. It is a sports font bundle. So it comes with a variety of different fonts, and they are all pretty god dang awesome. So the one that I am going to use is this one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit T. We are in Photoshop. I do highly recommend that you start using Photoshop on a daily basis. Learn something new. On the right side right here, you see the character window. I'm going to use this to control a variety of different things: the kerning, the leading, the spacing, all of those things. So I'm just gonna increase it a little bit, the font size, decrease this a little bit, and then we're gonna hit this top button right here. And instead of arc, you can use arc, but as you can see, when I click arc, it kind of gives the text a little bit of a constraint. It looks very squeezed in. It's not too professional. If you want a real arc, you're going to want to use the circle shape and the pen tool. But we're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna use this one right here, an arch. So that's a little too much right there. We're gonna lower it down to maybe 20. Yeah, I think 20 will do. 15 is not exaggerated enough. I think we can do 20. We can check out 25. 25 looks pretty decent too. But I think we're gonna go with 20. So now we're gonna increase the size, and we're gonna lower this a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. Now, what I'm gonna do is hit Control All or Command All, and then I hit the V for the move tool, and then I'm going to hit center right here so it gets centered. All right, so now it's solid, but we want a stroke. So what I'm gonna do is lower the fill all the way down right here. Double click on it, pull up the layer styles tool, hit stroke, and you can't see anything because the color is white. So we're gonna make that black. All right. So that looks pretty good. This is an inside stroke. We don't really want that. What we want is an outside stroke. All right, so that looks pretty decent. So what I'm gonna do is a mixture of the inside and the outside. So I'm gonna put around 15 stroke on the outside, and then I'm gonna go to inner shadow. And what I'm gonna do is, instead of having the distance like that to make it look like an actual shadow, that looks pretty cool too, honestly. Something like that. But I'm gonna lower it all the way down, and I'm just gonna increase the size a little bit. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good right there. So what I'm gonna do real quick is rasterize this layer so that I can control the color of the stroke and not necessarily the shape. There's a variety of ways we can do this. The one that I've just been so used to doing is I like to just hit a new layer, click on both layers, hit merge layers. Alright, so now that we have that, what I'm going to do is hit the letter M. Remember, there's always a variety of ways to do things on Photoshop. There's not one right way to do everything. So what I'm gonna do is grab the N and the J. I'm gonna hit Command X, and then I'm gonna hit Command Shift V so that it get pasted back in the exact same area. So now what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna double click that, get to the layer style, hit color overlay, and we're gonna make this one pink. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the original layer right here, layer 2. We're looking at the bottom right. I'm gonna hit the letter M so we can be on the rectangular selection tool. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna hold Shift so that we can get 2 letters. If I don't hold Shift, this is what happens. It starts a whole new selection. So I'm gonna hold Shift and get the 2 letter A's. Now I'm gonna hit Command X, Command Shift, and V. Double click, same thing once again. Hit color overlay. I'm gonna make this a light blue. Check that out. Now, we don't even have to cut out the original ones for the last N and the S, because that's all that's left on this layer 2 right here. So I'm just gonna double click it, hit color overlay, and we're gonna make this yellow. Alright, so you can't really see it too much on white, but I'm gonna go back to this original layer right here. I'm gonna hit G, and we're gonna make it black. Let's see what it looks like. Dope, look at that. It's so simple to do, and it's very effective. So now what we're going to do is just remove this background layer, save it as a PNG. Remember, if you make your design in Photoshop, you wanna make sure your image is at 300 DPI and already be at the size that you want it to be in. Now, if you do it in Illustrator, you can resize, no issue. It doesn't really matter what size document you started with, because then you're dealing with a vector. This right here is a raster image. So we are already at the size that we want it to be, and we are at 300 DPI. So all I did was save it as a PNG, head on over to SupaColor, and I'm gonna upload it here, and I'm gonna get some full color heat transfers. Also, I'm gonna head on over to Alphabroder and see what kind of hoodies I can pick up. Inventory kind of sucks right now due to COVID. As you can see, large and extra large is practically sold out everywhere. But you know, we do have access to a few other sizes. I do have 4 extra larges with me on hand. So let's go ahead and press some hoodies up. So this is Alphabroder, and I got some heat transfers from SupaColor. You do need a resale license for Alphabroder, but for the time being, if you don't have one, you know, you can purchase from Jiffy Shirts. You can purchase even from Amazon. Gotta start somewhere. Let's go ahead and bring this to life. All right, so I got my heat press going, and I have my hoodie, and I also have my SupaColor. So for the SupaColor transfers itself, I believe it's around, I ordered 20, so it's around $3.50 each. And the hoodies itself is around 10 bucks. And a hoodie, you can't really send first class because it's over a pound. I think with the size small, you can get away with about 15 ounces or so. But for first class, you're looking at around 4 to 5 bucks. This is the heavier end of first class, so it's probably close to 5 bucks. And you'll have to send these priority shipping. So, you know, you're probably looking around 7 to 9-ish bucks. So in total, you're looking at a little over 20 bucks to get your hoodie produced. However, if the design is popular and it sells a lot, you can order hundreds of these for a cheaper price. You can do bulk pricing on hoodies. So the thing about using transfers is that you can use it on different types of garments. So if I don't know exactly which size or color is popular, you can use this on different types of garments. And not only that, it's the fact that you can stock the same type of garment for different designs. So I could have this one and this one, and that doesn't limit me to the fact if I got thousands of hoodies and sweatshirts printed, screen printed, then that would put me at a higher risk, because then I don't have any more blank garments, and I already invested into items that I didn't even know if it was gonna sell or not yet. I hope that makes sense. But if you do want to get it screen printed, that's also a lower cost as well, but you're going to want to already know the sizes, the colors, and all that is already going to sell well for you. So that takes a little bit more of guesswork, or if you already have a brand and you already have the data to analyze this, then that's okay too. But if you don't, you know, transfers might be the way for you. Not only that, with transfers, you can also, like I said, different types of garments and even different colors. So I tested this white earlier, and you can't necessarily see the yellow. So it would have sucked if I got hundreds of these screen printed already. So it still looks pretty decent on camera, but in person, you know, it doesn't look bad as well. But I'm not too sure if I'll sell it yet. I might would, but the thing about it is the fact that if you get hundreds of these screen printed and then you saw it, you're like, crap, I don't know if I like it, and you'll be stuck with hundreds of them. So transfers allow you the ability to be more flexible. So let's go ahead and get one printed. Like I said, I got 4 black extra larges. So if you want one of these hoodies in a black extra large, there's only 4 until I have access to more. So I'm gonna take the hoodie, lay it this way so the hood's not in the way. Do that right there. Boom, boom. I'm gonna slide it in, and instead of actually clamping it down for a pre-press, I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it on top of it, get all the wrinkles out, get some moisture out, and then we're just gonna press it. So I'm gonna take my nice little transfer. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna place it right here, right on my hoodie. All right, that looks good. Heat press is still warming up a little bit. I'm gonna grab a parchment paper. I'm gonna place this on top of the heat transfer. You don't necessarily have to do this, but sometimes I have the issue of it sticking to the heat press, and that causes issues when it's time to peel it off. Okay, so that was a 10-second press. I did mess up a little bit. And you know what? That's just me being honest. But now we know what to fix on the second one. So now I only have 3 extra larges for sale. So when it comes to building a brand, mistakes happen. So right here on the letter N, you can see where, you know, I had issues on that immediate peel. But as you can see, we didn't have any issues previously. We just need a little bit more practice. Practice makes perfect, and these types of issues are gonna happen with your brand. You're gonna make mistakes. You gotta take some losses to get some wins. So now I only have 3 extra larges in stock, but if you want one, go ahead and check out onlyninjas.com. It's gonna be a brand to help other brands. Make sure you guys hit subscribe. I got other videos coming. In the next one, I'm gonna show you guys how to create a mock-up, one of the popular mock-ups that I like to use. I also already have a video on how to do product photography for your clone brand and so forth. I'm gonna show you guys all kinds of things. Once an order is placed, I'm gonna show you guys fulfilling the product, even getting custom packaging done. I'm gonna cover everything that I possibly can for this brand. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're down for the ride for 2021. I'm gonna try and spend as much time here as I possibly can. So once again, my name is Rich. Peace, love, and blessings. I'll see you next time.